Hi, I'm GP3, and you're on a little quick soul searching. I like to do these things called soul pops. They're little nuggets that allow the mind to have a little good time with looking within. All right, so I'd like to first point over to the new channel, Soul Searching with GP3, on Instagram, and then Instagram will get you to our YouTube channel where we do the deeper dives. So a little bit of a process, but initiates know about this way. All right, so what I'd also like to do is go into a little bit of dinner time conversation. In 2012, I was going through a lot spiritually. I was really coming to an apex of events on facing something that I was unaware of in the base principles of Hermetics, with becoming coherent and clear with a timeline change that was happening alongside a choice point, alongside whether it was going to be love frequency or whether it was going to go with the world. While I was bringing spiritual aspects of healing into it. Well, all the wheels popped. I needed a break. I used to snowboard a lot in Southern California. I lived about an hour away. I begin the drive into the San Bernardino Mountains, where you wind up as you're going. At different times, you look north up the crest line. As you're looking north, you see trees normally. This is not the first time I've driven this drive. Driving, I'm zigzagging up. I get to a certain point and something instinctually in me says, look to the left. I'm about 10 minutes before you deep dive into the mountains and you lose all sight of what I'm talking about, okay? So I'm at this perfect view. I'm driving right into it, looking at it, and I start to make the turn, and something says, because I'm going to begin a slow zigzag again, look to the left. I look to the left, and wouldn't you know it, there's a Los Angeles-size spacecraft with a city on the top of it, sitting above the crest line about 50 miles down. Instinctually, I looked away, and something said, look back again. I looked again and I saw it, but this time I saw it a 0 point energy field floating around it. Okay, 0 point energy, everybody. We're on our way, baby. The rest of the toxicity's going down. Yeah, in a good way. Come on, we need to make transition. All right. Anyway, I'm looking at this thing. It says instinctually the second time I look away and it says turn back again. And I had just made a turn. Like, it was like a little, just a micro zigzag, and so I was still able to keeping the eye on it when I was making these lefts. Suddenly, I make the third attempt to look, and I look, and a voice, a clairvoyant voice said, Pleiadian. This is in the middle of going through a lot of really heavy spiritual, upturning going on. So, wow, what a dinner story, right? Blew my mind. Set a whole different course for my life on expansion, really. What it did is it soul popped me. Things that were already in the map grid that were going to come, but is it the initiate's ability to understand the timing and the frame of references that we're dealing with? Well, that's what we want to get to. So we started off with the call to remember. Join me on my YouTube channel. Join me on my Instagram. We're going to have a lot of fun. Also, you're going to feel it, and you should. It's okay. That's what we do, man. We're like vapor, just expanding and decompressing and expanding. Okay, that's the good stuff. All right. All right. We'll have some fun with it later. You're with GP3 on Soul Searching.